Alright, hello and welcome to the NNSCRA Autodesk All Out Series. This race will be 120 miles, 48 laps, first race of the season at Daytona Revamp 2011 Coke Zero, made by Revamp Reloaded. Yeah, I tried recording this last time. Unfortunately, my game crashed halfway. So, brand new race. 48 laps, 120 miles. This will be the night version. Obviously stay right now as we're seeing practice right now. All 29 cars, AI strength at 101%, laps at 30%, yellow flags and realistic damage. As we will get started here. See who gets the first pole of the season. Whoever gets the pole is locked into the All-Star race. Alright, let's see who gets the pole.
Drivers, to your cars.
Times we've posted up, and it is the number 22 of Anthony Marchesi. He has got the pole. He's now locked into the All-Star race. Congrats, the number 22. So we now go into race time.
Drivers, to your cars.
Alright, here's your starting lineup. The number 22 of Anthony Marchesi. The number 3 of Kate Skirvin. Number 49 of Dion Scott. Number 4 Ty Dent. Number 48 of Joshua Balkin. Number 24 of Benjamin Miles. Number 83 of Jackson Vacker. Number 11 of James Qualls. Number 18 of Cameron Gade. Number 17 of Alex Tanker. Number 81 of Seth Rogers. Number 90 of Nick Altendorf. The number 00 of Andrew Rich. The number 2 of Johnny Gardner. The number 21 of Eric Rodriguez. The number 8 of Dylan Young. The number 29 of Zachary Fitzwater. The number 99 of Pitchy Lundgren. Number 9 of Denver Pride, who was last week's winner in the Bristol Dirt Night Test Race. Number 0 of Eric Burton. Number 34 of Daniel Voiles. Number 87 of Kerry Davis. Number 40 of Keith Petibidevich, got that wrong again. Number 26 of Stephanie Gardner. Number 5 of Chris Washer. Number 30 of Robert Kubat. Number 06 of Stephen Pollard III. Number 33 of Chris Dollarton. And last week's pole winner, how ironic is this, is starting last. So now we're going to go head to the pace laps here. As you can see, they're now making their way into turn 4, getting ready for the race. I'll be taking the green flag here at the stripe. So now the pace car will take its hard left turn into the pits. There it goes. And green flag is in the air. The first race of the NNSCRA Autodesk All Out Series. 22 gets a good start there. Right there. Number 3 of Kate Skirvin and Anthony Marchesi dead even coming in at turn 1, heading into turn 2. As all the packs are actually dead even. Still all too wide back there, as now 22 is going to head up onto the outside lane, which will give the number 4 of Ty Dent, see if he can get up there and take the lead, and it's now the number 4 of Ty Dent under the 22 of Anthony Marchesi taking the lead, only not even a lap in, and there's already a lead change. That's the number 4 of Ty Dent going on the 22, now the 4 of Ty Dent will move up to the 22, now move back down to the 24 of Benjamin Miles. So now you can see back there is the 48 going 3 wide there. Little 3 wide action back of the pack. Number 4 staying in control, as that's the number 83 of Jackson Vacker behind the 24. Looks like that outside lane is not moving much, except only when those two leaders come up there. As you can see, the number 4 and 24 Benjamin Miles both move up there, and so we'll move back down to the inside lane. 22, our leader, falling back. There's the 18 of Cameron Gade, also passing him as well. 22 trying to go into that inside lane, but he's gonna have to stay out there. As you can see, get back the pack. 3 wide. That's the number 40 and 29 of Zachary Fitzwater going 3 wide back there, as well as the 87 of Kerry Davis. Pretty good racing back there. As you can see, the number 4 Ty Dent still leading, and there goes Benjamin Miles going under him. And there's the 83 Jackson Vacker, 3 wide for the lead, heading into turn 4. Who's going to get out of here first? Coming onto the tri-oval. So it looks like the 83 of Jackson Vacker going under the 24. So now he has passed him and will stay on the inside lane up in front of Cameron Gade, as he will get the lead. And it looks like Cameron Gade is not going to be going into turn 1, taking the lead as well. Again, not very good to be staying on the outside lane, the inside lane, excuse me. You can now see Cameron Gade is your leader. So 21 of Eric Rodriguez, he started in the back of the pack, as now he is fighting for the lead. Will he be getting the lead out of here? Out of turn 4. There it goes. The 81 of Seth Rogers. He was up front all last test race. See if he can get it done here. So he moves up to the inside lane. Now goes back under the number 2 of Johnny Gardner. Number 2 and 81 working together, moving into both lanes. So that inside lane is still falling back now, as the 18 is now in 6th place. So we're going to go back up to the leaders. That's the 21 of Eric Rodriguez. 3rd now. Number 81 is Seth Rogers, still out front. There's the 0 car of Eric Burton trying to make a move under the 2 car and take 2nd place. He will take 2nd place, but the 81 goes down and blocks him. Seth Rogers will keep the lead. So now the 2 was now put out to dry and will lose many positions. Like I said, that inside lane is not where you want to be, as many people are losing positions. And now the 21 got shuffled by the 06 of Stephen Pollard. So now those top 3 cars have moved up and down. That's just pushing the inside lane even more farther back. It's now 2 wide in the whole field. We can get a flyby here. Little 3 wide action back there. It's 49 of Dion Scott. He's 4th. Now 3rd, passing the 0 car of Eric Burton. There's the 06 Stephen Pollard. He's going to be under the 49. Just barely, but the 49 will keep the 3rd position. There's the 34 of Daniel Voiles up there. And there goes the 34 of Daniel Voiles with the 49 of Dion Scott. Again, a pattern we've seen. 3 wide for the lead in turn 4. Looks like the 34 and 81 falling back. 34 actually hanging on. But the 49 will take away the lead and will lead a lap here. As now the 49 of Dion Scott is your leader. He is working those 3 lines here, 3 wide all the way in the back of the pack. There's actually the 32 of Ian Detta, who started last, and he's now up to 3rd place. Very hard racing here early on, only 9 laps in. And there's 3 wide in the back of the pack. Very risky moves happening, as we can see the 49 leading. There's the 90 of Nick Altendorf, but look at this hard racing. 3 wide, at least 4 or 5 rows. So it's now only put down to 2 rows. That's the 34 of Daniel Voiles and the 81 of Seth Rogers, who are actually just leading at least 3 laps ago, and now they're all the way shuffled back out of the top 10. And there goes 49 losing the lead to the number 90 of Nick Altendorf in that mellow yellow Chevrolet, with the 33 of Chris Dollarton pushing them out. But now the 33 got shuffled into the 3 wide, as 49 is going to try to hang on. There goes Jackson Vacker with the 90. As now the 90 car will move up, the leader will move up into that middle to inside lane. Shouldn't have done that, because now it's the 83 taking the lead. Jackson Vacker with the help of the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater and the 5 of Chris Washer. Now that's the 30 of Robert Kubat behind him, as that inside lane, that outside lane is forming a very big pack back there. It's 3 wide back there. See if they can shuffle it away. So 83 still keeping the lead. He came down to try to control that pack with Zachary Fitzwater too late, as now Zachary Fitzwater is going to be taking the lead away from Jackson Vacker. Zachary Fitzwater is now going to lead the first lap there, or lead his first lap. Jackson Vacker still holding out strong, but there's a Chris Washer is now under the 83. Not a good place if you're put out there on the inside line. There's a 29 still controlling both those lanes, keeping the lead. 3 wide back there. Oh, it looks like the 5 of Chris Washer, he couldn't make up his mind. He went with a 29. Looks like it almost made a wreck. Like Chris Washer almost spun out the leader. But it's going to get situated out here. It's the 8 of Dylan Young, and there's a 26 of Stephanie Gardner moving her way up there. Very good racing here on the backstretch. Actually, there goes the 26 and the 30 of Robert Kubat, passing the 5 of Chris Washer. Looks like Kubat's trying to get the lead with the help of the 26 of Stephanie Gardner. The 30 and the 29 are right behind the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater. There goes the 26 of Stephanie Gardner moving under, shuffling the 30 of Robert Kubat. And now she wants to lead. And there goes 26. 26 really wanting to lead now. She's going to be going under the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater, and now she will be leading here, coming in turn 4. With the help of the 8 of Dylan Young, and that's the 00 of Andrew Rich. If you're the leader, you're always wanting to control those lanes, but you always have like at least one person trying to stay with you. Because that one person is the 8 of Dylan Young. Inside lane, can't stress it enough. Never want to be there. You get shuffled to the inside lane, you at least leave 4 positions away in just 1 lap. So now there goes the 8 of Dylan Young going under the 26 of Stephanie Gardner, as Dylan Young will get help from the number 87 of Carrie Davis. And the 29 again of Zachary Fitzwater is now Dylan Young is going to lead his first lap. And he will. Now go to helicopter view just to see how this pack is. So you can see that is the full pack right there. You can see everybody. These 2 wide. Maybe a little 3 wide. No. So in that last place is actually the 34 of Daniel Voiles, who was actually up there 10, at least 5 to 10 laps ago, up there for the lead, and now he's all the way in the back. Now passing the number 99 of Pichu London, as now we're going to have our first green flag pit stops. These are all scheduled. Who will this be? This will be the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater, the 18 of Cameron Gade, 17, the 49, the 9, 90, and the 3. And now they will be going into the pits. So while this little pack goes and gets some tires and fuel, the current leader is the number 8 of Dylan Young with the 87 and 26 up there. All those cars pitting has now put the pack into a little string. Everyone has, not together, but everyone in that pack that didn't pit first time is now pitting the second time. As now that's the number 8 of Dylan Young. 26, oh, we got a spinner up there. That's the 81 of Kerry Davis. It's actually the 81 of Seth Rogers, excuse me on that. He got spun. I mean, we know who's pitting. That's just the people that didn't pit first time, but very unfortunate for the 81 of Seth Rogers. Sorry if I got, your names mixed up. Your cars are pretty similar, but that's 81 who got spun out going into the pits. That's going to cost him a lot of time. Let's see and go back to see what happened coming into the entrance of the pits. Let's see who's maybe at fault for this. So as you can see, they're coming off of turn 4. They're getting ready to pit. Put this in slow motion here. 81 trying to go down and come in line. And that's just the 34 of Daniel Voiles who taps 81. 81 very fortunate. He locked up his brakes very quick there. Did not hit the wall. But as you can see, everybody else passing him, as that cost him a lot of time. And they can all go into the pits. And he's going to be one of the last ones to get out, as that pack that actually just passed him. Everyone kind of strung out here. Not sure who's the leader. It's currently showing the 87. It's Kerry Davis, the leader. We'll have to wait until it all gets shuffled out with the pit stops. But your current leader now is the 87 of Kerry Davis. And second place is the 30 of Robert Kubat. As now the pit order, or the order has now got back, and the number 8 of Dylan Young is your leader again, but he's all by himself. So the 8 of Dylan Young regains the lead on the pit stops. 26 is second, now getting passed by the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater. Be the number 87 of Kerry Davis, now getting passed by the 00 of Andrew Rich. Be the 49 of Dion Scott, the number 18 of Cameron Gade, the number 9 who is 8th, and that's Dunlap, number 90 of Nick Altendorf, and the number 17 of Alex Tanker rounds out your top 10. So these green flag pit stops have strung out all of the pack here. Not sure if really the 8 will stay with the lead, as that back pack back there is going to probably be catching up to them soon, as you can see them pass right now. So now 29 Zachary Fitzwater leads that lap, or leads that backpack right there. The 8 actually led that lap, I'm sorry. See how the 81 is doing, who got spun, unfortunately. 81, all with the pack by himself, which is the 32. They're trying to catch up with the pack here of the number 2, the 5, and the 21 of Eric Rodriguez, as they are 12 seconds back. Not really sure if they're going to be able to do much unless there's a caution. So again, very unfortunate for the 81 of Seth Rogers. I don't know why I keep mixing up their names, but the 81 is the Seth Rogers. So again, unfortunate for Seth Rogers here, as now the pack that was actually behind the 8 by a second has now caught up to the 8, and they are now fighting for the lead, as that is now the 49 of Dion Scott, who is second. Goes the 18 getting under the 49, is now 3 wide for second between the 87, the 18 of Cameron Gade, and the 49 of Dion Scott. They now passed Dion Scott. As Dion Scott now got shuffled back all the way to the back of that pack breakaway. So the 8 still holds on to the lead. So now we are on lap 23, 3 wide with the 29, Zachary Fitzwater, 00 of Andrew Rich, and the 26 of Stephanie Gardner. So now they situate that out. Everyone just at least single file or a little bit too wide racing here. So 8 is blocking the 18 and the 87 of Kerry Davis. Now that I think about that, though, I'm not sure why I was mixing up their names. I guess they're both 80 cars, but the 87 car looks nothing like the 81. So the 81 is red and has orange numbers, and the 87 is black and green. So I'm not sure why I was mixing up their cars. So again, apologies for the name screw up. So now the 26 of Stephanie Garter, the 87, and the 18 of Cameron Gator, 3 wide for the second place. The 8 car of Dylan Young is probably loving this. The 8 is just having a Sunday drive up there, maybe having to block a few people, but he has been leading at least most of this race. So while this lead pack is doing their thing, we're going to go back in the other packs. This pack consists of the 17 of Alex Tanker, the 3 of Kate Skirvin, the 90 of Nick Altendorf, and the 9 of Dunn LaPrade, who now passes the 90 of Nick Altendorf. And the third pack is a bigger pack, actually. It's the 40 of Keith, the 06 of Stephen Pollard, the 30 of Robert Kubat, 99 of Pichu London, who was actually last place a couple of laps ago before the green flag pit stops. Number 0 of Eric Burton, number 48, 87 of Jackson Vacker, who was fighting for the lead early on, the number 4 Ty Dent, and by himself, the person who spun out the 81 of Seth Rogers, losing the draft here. Not sure if he's going to be able to do anything with that. Number 34 is actually about a half a second away from that pack. So who's on the apron? That is the number 24, Benjamin Miles. Let's go back and see what happened to him. It looks like he was either just exiting the pits or he got out of a pack. They may not have caught this. This is the 24 of Benjamin Miles, who came and into the pits, and either he had a problem now he got four tires. He just came really all by himself. So this is the fourth pack, which Benjamin Miles is now in. Benjamin Miles being shown 2 laps down. So something happened to him. Really not sure what. Gonna have to check on that later, but the 24 Benjamin Miles 2 laps down. But in this fourth pack is the 32 of Ian Dutta, the number 5 of Chris Washer, the 81 of Seth Rogers, the 21 of Eric Rodriguez, the 2 of Johnny Gardner. So you can see the 2 lap down car of 24 of Benjamin Miles, and the 11 of James Qualls. So they're hitting 200 miles per hour on the backstretch. Holy cow. And all by himself, without a pack, is the number 33 of Chris Dollarton. And a second car all by himself. They're not really that far apart. I mean, yeah, he's in turn 4. And he's currently entering turn 3, and that's the 22 of Anthony Marchesi without any drafting. As we were going through the pack, the 26 has taken the lead, but nope, that's the 87 of Kerry Davis, and the 00 going under there is now the 00 of Andrew Rich has taken the lead. There's a couple of lead changes while we were looking at the back of the pack to see what the other packs that were going on here. This, again, is the lead pack, so all these positions really do matter. I mean, every position matters, but this is the top 7. That's 7 cars in this pack. The last pack is actually 4 seconds behind. If this continues, we'll probably need another pit stop for some tires and fuel. So, just going to see how long it is until their second pit stop. So last pit stop was at least like maybe 15 to 20 laps in. Maybe even earlier. Still the 00 of Andrew Rich is your leader. So now the number 18 of Cameron Gade dips under the 07, or the 00 car of Andrew Rich, and 18 of Cameron Gade with the help of the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater, the 49 of Dion Scott. So now that Cameron Gade takes the lead and jumps up in front of the 00 of Andrew Rich. So now he dives down to the outside line. Just a little racing going on, just 2 wide, maybe even single file. Not much going on here. That's the 22 of Anthony Marchesi. And the reason I'm showing you him is because this lead pack is actually getting close to catching up with the 22 of Anthony Marchesi and lapping him. As you can see, number 22 is 40 seconds behind. Is now the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater is taking the lead, but going back to the 22 of Anthony Marchesi, he's 40 seconds behind. So the 22 just getting out of the tri-oval, and they are just getting out of the tri-oval as well. So let's see the speed difference here. 29 of Zachary Fitzwater is going at least 199 miles per hour, and the 22 is going 10 mile per hour slower than that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this lead pack catches up to him. Again, pretty unfortunate. Also unfortunate to the 24, who's 2 laps down as well, and the number 33 of Chris Dollarton, as they have no one. So now it's the 26 of Stephanie Gardner going under. Nope, that is scheduled pit stops. They were not racing. As now the only 2 cars to go in for scheduled pit stops and get some gas is the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater and the 26 of Stephanie Gardner. There's now more people are coming. That's the 83 of Jackson Vacker, the 34 of Daniel Voiles, and number 11 of James Qualls. who are the people that have gone into the pits. See if anybody else comes. So we can see more people coming here. And yes, more people are coming. That is the 33 of Chris Dollarton. That's the 22 of Anthony Marchesi coming in as well. 0018 Cameron Gade, this is the lead pack. The 49, 87, and 8. So the only two people that came from the lead pack were Zachary Fitzwater and Stephanie Gardner. This is the rest of the lead pack here, or those 4 cars. There goes the 40, the 06, the 30, the 4, the 48 of Joshua Balkin. There's the 2, the 5, the 81. Seems like everyone is going into the pits here. So, whoa, what is happening there? Someone was just driving in the grass, and that is the 8 of Dylan Young. What in the world is happening there? Is now he has merged onto the track too soon. Now have you in mind here, the 8 of Dylan Young was actually leading and was getting up front a lot during this race. That is definitely going to cost him a penalty, as there's only about 13 laps to go. And with no doubt, that's going to be a penalty. What happened here? So he gets into his stall. All looks normal. I mean, getting some tires and all. I mean, doesn't look anything there. He turns, but instead of he turns back in, and he turns onto the grass. So he's driving through the grass, which is obviously exiting the pits unsafely. Barely make it through that commitment cone, or the exit cone. Very strange. I'm not sure why that happened. Don't know what's going through Dylan Young's head. But that's, without a doubt, going to be getting a penalty from the NNSCRA officials. So we can now, getting word from the NNSCRA officials that the 8 car, I think, has been penalized and given the black flag. I wonder if he's going to serve it here, and yes, he will. So the 8 car has been penalized by the NNSCRA officials for obviously exiting the pits unsafely. Big break for him, or big unfortunate event for him actually. So he was leading. Well, and he's doing it again. There must be something wrong with that stall or something, because he has done it again. And this, yeah, that's gonna be bunching up a lot of cars. I'm not sure what's going on. This did not happen the first round of pit stops. So while we were busy paying attention to Dylan Young's technique of exiting the pits, the current leader, is the 00. Where is he at? It's the 00. Where are you at, buddy? There's the 00. Actually, that's not the leader anymore. The leader is the 26 of Stephanie Gardner, with the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater, and the 22 is not there. The 22 is actually 1 lap down. 24 is now 1 lap down instead of being 2 laps down. And third is the 00 of Andrew Rich. Fourth is the 49 of Deion Scott, who's currently getting passed by the 5th place car of 18 of Cam Gade. 6th is the 40 of Keith, 87. The 99 of Pitcher London, 8th place, top 10 here would be good. So he's started in the back of the pack, or he was at least in the back of the pack. Then you have the 30 of Robert Kubat, the 9 of Dunlop Prad, the 83 of Jackson Thacker, the 06 of Stephen Pollard, the 3rd, the 90 car of Nick Altendorf, the 0 car of Eric Burton, the number 3 of Kate Skirvin, the 48 of Joshua Balkin, the 17 of Alex Tanker. In 18th is the 4 of Ty Dent, the 2 of Johnny Gardner, the 5 car of Chris Washer, who is 20th. That is the 24 car, who's a lap down. Yeah, he's a lap down. So, and then you would have the number 32 of Ian Dutta, the 81 of Seth Rogers, who was unfortunately spun out in the first round of pit stops, 34 of Daniel Voiles, 11 of James Qualls, 21 of Eric Rodriguez, 33 of Chris Dollarton, and the 22 of Anthony Marchesi, and now the 8 of Dylan Young. Where is he at? The 8 of Dylan Young actually was leading a lot of this race. Unfortunate for him, he is now 3 laps down. He is still in the pits. As you can see, he's still in the pits here. Guess he's serving a very long penalty. Unfortunate for him, he's going to keep getting lapped. So I don't think the 8 car of Dylan Young's going to get the finish he's wanted. It's been green this whole time by this whole race. We're now getting to 9 laps to go. With the 26 of Stephanie Gardner still up front. With that lead pack. That's the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater and the 00 of Andrew Rich. So there's only the top 3 are only here. Don't count the 22 as he's lapped down. This 8 car is now 4 laps down. It is gradually set. The sun has gradually set here. It is now nighttime at Daytona for the end of the race. It's always been actually nighttime, just it's gotten a lot darker. See in the pits if Dylan Young is still there. He's maybe serving a very big penalty. Not sure if he kept doing it. And yeah, the 8 car is still in the pits. So he's now 5 laps down. So feel bad for you, bud, but not a good start that you wanted here. Is now the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater going on to the 26 of Stephanie Gardner with the help of the 22 of Anthony Marchesi. So now he moves up. And Zachary Fitzwater is now your current leader. Number 33 of Chris Dollarton. Chris Dollarton is actually he just got lapped, so Chris Dollarton is now a lap down. It's been clean and green this whole race with the exception of Dylan Young's exiting pit stop. So again, while this lead pack is doing its thing, we're going to go and look at what the others are doing. You have the number 99 of Pichu London, who's now 4th. He's making his way up there. I mean, I don't know if he's going to make his way up anymore. There's the 49 of Dion Scott trying to go under the 18 of Cameron Gade. Is now they're going 3 wide into turn 3. Pichu London still 4th, as they're all battling up. The 49 and all of them are battling for 5th. So now the 49 of Dion Scott will hold on to the 5th position. That's your second pack. Yeah, there you can see right there, that's your third pack. To have the number 90 of Nick Altendorf leading that one. This is at least the top 14 or 15 here. Top 17 right here. So 90, so it goes from 9th to 17th in this pack, with the number 90 of Nick Altendorf being the leader of this pack, and the number 9 of Dunlaprad, who was actually last week's Bristol Dirt Night testing winner, 17th. So we're going to go back up to the front pack, see if lead's changed hands yet. Still the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater in the lead. We're going to stay with this pack As now, if we come to the stripe, it's only going to be 3 laps to go. Stephanie Gardner got shuffled back to 3rd place with those 2 lapped cars. The lapped cars being the 33 of Chris Dollarton and the 22 of Anthony Marchesi. Hope that didn't ruin the 26's chances. Looks like the 26 is going to be staying with the lead pack. Is now the 00 car of Andrew Rich is now leading with 3 laps to go here at the Daytona 120. Again, this has going to be 120 miles. It's 26, Stephanie Gardner now up in front of the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater. She's trying to get the first win in the series. I mean, this is just like the 500 that NASCAR does, except this is the NNSCRA Autodesk All Out Series. Daytona 120 is the prestigious event. So 2 laps to go. You still have Andrew Rich in the 00 machine leading with the 26 of Stephanie Gardner behind him and the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater. They're all in a single file pack. Those 2 cars, the 33, like I said, and the 22 are a lap down. And there goes the 26 of Stephanie Gardner. She's going into the number 00 car to get him out of the way. And now the 26 of Stephanie Gardner has the lead, with 29 being second, and now the 00 is third. So the top 3 are right here, as now white flag is in the air, as it is the 26 of Stephanie Gardner leading last lap of the Daytona 120. It's the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater. Is he going to be making a move? If he does, this would be a great place to do it here in turn 4. It's 29 going under there. 29 lost the draft due to those lapped cars. Don't think anyone's going to have any head of steam to do anything right now. And coming to the checkered flag, it's going to be the 26 of Stephanie Gardner winning, as we can see the rest of the pack coming here. That's your second pack. There's your third pack. And who else is back here? So A-car is still in the pits. There's the fourth pack. Getting the checkered. 32. 34 and all them. But again, congratulations to the 26, Stephanie Gardner, and her Kodak Chevrolet machine. A great race here. So now we're going to go and head to the official results here. This is important. Laps time was 46 minutes, or 48 laps of 120 miles. So the official standings are: first is the 26 of Stephanie Gardner, second is the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater, third is the 00 of Andrew Rich, fourth is the 49 of Dion Scott, fifth is the number 40 of Keith Petiminage, the sixth place is the number 99 of Pichu London, seventh place is the 87 of Kerry Davis, eighth place is the number 18 of Cameron Gade, ninth place is the 17 of Alex Tanker, 10th place is the number 9 of Dunlap Prague, 11th place is the 83 of Jackson Vacker, 12th place is the 3 car of Kate Skirvin, 13th place is the 30th car of Robert Kubat, 14th is the 06 of Stephen Pollard III, 15th is the 48 of Joshua Balkin, 16th is the 0 car of Eric Burton, 17th is the 90 car of Nick Altendorf, 18th is the 4 car of Ty Dent, 19th is the 5 car of Chris Washer, 20th is the 2 car of Johnny Gardner, 21st, who was last week's pole winner, who again wasn't an official pole, was the 32 of Ian Dutta, 22nd was the 81 of Seth Rogers, 23rd was 34 of Daniel Voiles. 24th was the 21 of Eric Rodriguez. 25th was the 11 of James Qualls. 26th is the 33 of Chris Dollarton. And now here are your lapped cars with the actually Chris Dollarton was a lapped car, excuse me on that. More of the lapped cars were the number 22 of Anthony Marchesi, who was the pole sitter, who has locked his position in the All-Star race, who unfortunately finished 27th, a lap down. 28th of 24 of Benjamin Miles, he is 2 laps down. Dylan Young, who was leading a lot of the race, was penalized numerous times by the NNSCRA officials and had to stay in the pits for about 1/4 of the end of the race, as he is last place and 13 laps down. 0 cautions, lots of lead changes. Gonna save the export here. It's gonna be the Autodesk All Out Series Season 1 Race 1. So I guess that export saved, right? Yes, it did. So again, congratulations to the number 26 of Stephanie Gardner, winning the Daytona 120.